Hello, human beings, animal beings, elemental beings, alien beings, ancient beings, other beings. Good evening. As usual, I am the entity so-called Michael Taft being, and I am here tonight to guide you in some non-dual meditation. For the first time in months, we're getting some real rain here in NorCal, Northern California. Very, 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 very happy about that. It's a real blessing. It's really a joy. I'm super stoked about it. And it means it's a little chilly. So I'm wearing some very bright, it's a little chilly and also gray. So I'm wearing some brighter clothing and some warmer clothing because it's not incredibly hot as it normally is. And I am stoked about that. It's really, really nice to have some rain, and we're supposed to get a bunch more this weekend. So welcome to tonight's guided meditation. We're going to dive right in, okay? So what I want you to do is get set up, get your meditation space ready. That means take off your glasses. You don't need glasses to meditate. Even if you meditate with your eyes open, which I encourage you to do, by the way. Take your glasses off, shut off all the notifications, shut off the notifications on your phone, not just silence, but also make sure the visual notifications aren't coming up. Make it so nobody and nothing is going to bother you. You're in a sacred space, a sacred container for your meditation. Okay, so get set up in that way. And once that's happening, then I want you to set up your posture. Now, you've all heard me explain the posture 1,000 times, but I'll explain it 1,001st time. 1,001st time, I did say that. For the 1,001th time. And I want you to sit up straight in a way that feels good. Your body feels good, feels relaxed, feels nice and yummy. You usually want to have your lower back nice and curved in. Watch what happens. There's me slumping. I curve my lower back. My head goes up. Slumping, curve that lower back. Head goes up. So you got your head up because your lower back is curved that way. Feels like the top of your head, the very top of your head, is being lightly and gently and pleasantly pulled upward. Chin is tucked down a bit. Not like this, but just a little. Sometimes people meditate and they'll start kind of sticking their jaw like, no, we want it to be just tucked just a little. Opens at the back of your neck. That feels good. Neck is not crunched. Shoulders, in the ideal way, your shoulders would be kind of open and rolled back and outward. But that's just, might sound like a little too yogic, or like I have you standing at attention or something, which is not exactly right. I want you to be comfortable. I want your body to feel good. Okay. Now from this spot, the very next thing, and this is incredibly important, we're going to begin with setting our intention. Not just for tonight's meditation, but for all meditation. Why are you meditating? What's the point? Now, I can't answer that for you because only you know why you're doing it. But it really helps right now to remember and say to yourself, I am meditating because X, Y, and Z, whatever you're meditating for. So do that now. Good. And now the next thing we do is we connect with our meditation support, our meditation resource. And again, if you watch these videos a lot, sometimes we use a Tibetan or Indian deity form like green Tara, right? The wonderful green Tara is, sometimes, often really, I put a metaphor here and I'll say, I want you to meditate like an ocean. Sometimes I'll say, I want you to meditate like the sky. Sometimes I'll say, I want you to meditate like a mountain. We haven't done that one in a while. Mountain meditation is nice. And it's just a metaphor for how I want you to kind of imagine fire. Okay, we're going to meditate as the fire element, an enormous fire. And I don't want you to think of it as like burning you or unpleasant. No, when we meditate like a fire, we're tuning into the fact that it's warm in a pleasant way, especially on a rainy night. It's like a fireplace. So we're warm, we're soothed, we're really noticing that magnetic fascination quality of fire. And we also um, and we also really notice the liveliness, the energy of fire. Fire is not sleepy, fire is not dormant. And so, again, the idea of the fire is that it is warm in a pleasant way. And it's soothing and calming. It's nice to sit next to a fire. And it has a magnetic quality or a quality of fascination, right? Fire is magnetic, it's fascinating. We like to sit and look at fire. And so it has a kind of concentrating quality. And also, and this is very important, fire is lively. It's not sedate. Some of the other images, like sitting, like meditating like the ocean, it can feel like kind of sleepy, but fire is very lively. So there's a lot of energy, there's a lot of um, vivaciousness and zest and verve and vim and vigor with fire. So even though we're meditating, we feel that energetic, warm, soothing quality. Okay, not burning up, not choking, nothing like that. It's pleasant. It's very pleasant fire. And so I want you to imagine you're sitting as fire and it's warm and soothing. And so let's begin doing our guided relaxation like we've done for the past few weeks, where I want you to, first of all, you're breathing in a nice regular in-breath, deep regular in-breath, but then on the out-breath, I want you to make it long and slow. So breathing in and then the out-breath. Really long, really slow. And if you want to, you can do, if you know what ujjayi breath is, where you constrict your throat a little bit to even make it the breath out longer and slower. But however you do it, nice deep in breath and then long, slow out breath. But the real thing we're meditating on is the guided relaxation. Okay, we're just feeling our forehead and scalp relax and release and let go. We're feeling our eyes and our eye muscles and all the muscles of the eyelids relaxing and releasing and letting go. And you're really feeling that you're tuning into that release and relaxation. And it starts to feel kind of melty and heavy in those areas. And then you feel your cheeks relax and release, and your mouth and lips release and relax and let go. And you even feel blood rushing to your lips. Your lips actually get bigger when you relax because more blood comes in. And so you can feel that very, very slight warmth. Again, the fire element, the warmth, and a little bit of almost like puffiness of a pleasant sort coming into the lips as we relax even more fully. And you feel even your tongue and your jaw completely releasing and relaxing and letting go. And we're just meditating on that for the moment. Okay, good. Now, same thing. Allow this fire to warm and soothe your neck, your throat, your shoulders, in the front, in the back, that whole region, that whole neck and shoulder region, just feeling all tension melting away, all discomfort leaving the body, and real soothing warmth and openness and that lively energy of fire coming into the throat, the neck, and shoulders. And really feel that now as you continue to do your slow, deep breathing. Good. And already, as you're feeling your head and face relax and your neck and throat and shoulders relax, you're noticing that it's easier for your arms to melt. Your arms just melt. There's no tension left. The tension melts away. There's no discomfort left in your arms or hands. That tension melts away. The arms just completely, utterly, totally relax with this soothing warmth and also vivacious, pleasant energy of fire. And as you're noticing your head and face and neck and shoulders and arms and hands relaxing, it just makes it very release even more and just simply drop now more deeply, more completely into openness, into soothing release and relaxation, and feeling really centered and feeling really good and feeling really awake and alive and clear now. Just notice how good that feels with these long out breaths and your whole being just starting to really melt and open with this beautiful, soothing fire that we're working with tonight. And now notice the upper chest and upper back and the whole lung region inside the body, letting go of tension, releasing, relaxing, opening, loosening. Just feels so free and open so that these deep breaths become even deeper because those lungs are just filling with air. And on the out breath, those long out breaths is just releasing and releasing and releasing. All the tension flows out of the body. And you feel your diaphragm relaxing and opening. The diaphragm just melts like butter. No tension there at all. Everything's wide open. And same thing with your belly region, the region of traditionally associated with fire in the body, the fire of digestion. You feel your whole belly region just melt open and the back of the body melt and relax, and all the tension drains out, and all the tightness releases and relaxes and lets go. And so you feel that release, you feel that openness, feel that liveliness in the belly. And so now the belly region and in back to, and the diaphragm region, and the chest, and the arms and the hands, and the neck and shoulders and head are all released and relaxing and letting go. Releasing and opening and feeling good and lively, vivacious, awake. Good. And notice how so much more of the body is relaxed that it's quite easy to just let go even more and just let go of any tension, let go of any tightness, and just drop now into an even deeper, clearer, more released, more open, very pleasant, very still and peaceful place where this warm fire, this pleasant, warm, magnetic, fascinating fire just allows your whole hip region to release and relax and let go, and your legs and thighs and feet, even your toes, the whole lower body just melts like butter. No tension at all, no tightness, no difficulty. And now the whole body at once, as you breathe, you can feel these deep in breaths and long, long, deep out breaths moving through the whole body. With the in breath, that liveliness and magnetic fascination and beauty of the fire. And then on the out breath, the soothing warmth and melty relaxation of the fire. And let's sit and just concentrate on that relaxed breathing for a few more minutes together here now. Okay, good. Now, what I'd like you to do is feel that fire building, and in front of you, picture an enormous sun made of course, fire in space, a huge ball of fire, a sun, a star, right? Burning and burning bright with this fire of warmth, this fire of soothing, this fire of magnetic fascination, but also with the fire of awareness, right? Picture this enormous sun in front of you, and this sun is not only manifesting as the fire element, but on a deeper level, it's the light of awareness. It's the prabhasvara, the luminous brilliance of awareness itself. And from the fire, the sun of awareness, I want you to notice a light coming into your third eye, which is the light of wisdom and clarity. And I want you to, in fact, bring so much of that light and wisdom and clarity into your third eye or into your head that you now picture a sun in your head. So there's a sun in front of you, but there's a smaller one in your head, and it's the light of wisdom, the light of clarity, the light of awakening. And as you're breathing in and out, just allow that sun to feel soothing and but also vivifying. It's like lighting up the light of awareness in your mind. It's burning away all the distraction. It's burning away all the procrastination. It's burning away all the self-limiting beliefs. It's burning away all the reasons you tell yourself you can't meditate. It's burning away all the things that block our meditation and leaving only wisdom and clarity and awakening there in the mind. One by one, it just burns away all these issues, all the things that come up, all the thoughts that get in the way, all the emotions that get in the way, all the ideas that get in the way, and instead just leaving wisdom, openness, and clarity. And let's just stay visualizing that cleansing, brightening, awakening sun in mind, in the head. Okay, good. Now, still picturing the sun in front and the sun in the head. Another beam comes from the big sun in front, another beam of this firelight into the heart. And this feels so good. All this fire in the heart, it warms the heart, it soothes the heart, and it burns away all darkness. It burns away all difficulty. It burns away all emotional trauma. It burns away all issues in the heart and leaves only this bright, beautiful love and joy and uh, kindness and caring. This afternoon, I was outside taking out the trash, and there was this two ladies walking their dogs I'd never met before, and they were talking to me a little bit. And I looked down and I saw one of the dogs was just the sweetest being, like absolutely so sweet. And I just kneeled down and I was like, "Oh, you're a nice one." And he like kind of comes up to me and he's wagging his tail. And I mean, he's clearly very old. She ended up telling me he's like 14 years old, but the just sweetness and kindness and beauty of this little dog, it was so heart opening, so touching. What a blessed moment of meeting this being who's just such a great guy. And so that's what I'm remembering now as I notice this fire light burning all the darkness, all the difficulty, all the emotional trauma, all the baggage out of the heart, and just opening up that joy. And because it's fire, it's just bursting forth, opening up the love, opening up the kindness, that caring, that sweetness. It feels so good. It feels so warm and melty, and it's very, very bright and lively. So we've got the fire of wisdom and clarity in the mind. We've got the joy and the kindness and the love in the heart. And just feel that fire, the sun in the heart, just burning, burning bright, very pleasant, very soothing. Good. Doesn't that feel good? It's amazing. Now, from this giant sun in front, again, another beam, a laser beam of fire, or a beam of fire comes into the belly, which is the traditional seat or throne or chair or place of fire in the body. And so you just feel a sun of fire in the belly. And this feels very enlivening, and it feels energizing, and it fills you with playfulness, just like little children are they have so much energy that they are just continuously playing. To play really requires that we have a surplus of energy. And as this energy flows into our stomach with this warm, soothing fire, we feel tremendous playfulness and spontaneity and laughter and just vivaciousness, right? We're more alive, and that sun of fire burns in the belly. So there's 3 fires burning now in the body, but we're really concentrating now on the one in the belly. So just let that fire burn, and it burns away any health issues, and it burns away any nervous system issues, and it burns away any stored trauma in the body, and it burns away any lethargy, and just leaves a perfectly tuned, bright, clear, healthy, vibrant body as it continues to just grow and grow. Okay, good. Now, what I want you to do is breathe in that outside sun into the belly. And what happens from here is the whole spine, all the way from the perineum in the bottom, all the way to the top of your head, it just catches on fire like some kind of wooden pole, except it's your inner channel, the whole inner channel, all the way from the base of the pelvis, all the way up to the top of the head. It's just on fire, utterly catches on fire. So these you did have these three fires, and there's still three centers. I'm just going to sneeze here just a second. There's still these three fires, but the whole central channel is on fire. And as the central channel burns and burns and burns, it removes any remaining issues of any kind, removes psychological issues, removes emotional issues, removes physical issues. And you even start to notice as it's burning and burning and burning that thought itself burns away, and that emotions themselves burn away, and that the idea of space and time and movement burns away, and the sense of your own personality and your being in the world burns away, and the sense of the whole world around you burns away, and the sense of the whole world within you burns away. And we're just left with this burning fire of awareness, which itself is empty. And so the whole vision of fire just becomes empty, and instead we're just sitting in vast, spacious awareness, utterly still, utterly open, free of all conceptualization. So let's sit with that together now. Good. And now I want you to let go of any vestige of doing anything at all. Awareness is just resting in itself, and awareness doesn't need any help to be more aware. It doesn't need any more help to rest in itself. And so that last little bit of fire burned away, even the sense of doing anything at all, even the sense of meditating at all. And if you notice a sense of doing coming up, just drop that. Just let go of it. Just let that be there, but don't do anything with it. You're not even meditating. You're literally doing nothing, allowing awareness to simply rest in itself. If thoughts come up, feelings come up, concepts come up, all of that is fine. We just let them, we just leave them alone. Just let them be. We're not doing anything at all. There's zero doing. Let's continue with that now. This is very tricky to do well because to do it well, we can't do anything at all. If you begin doing anything at all, even meditating, even evaluating the meditation, even wondering if you're doing it right, then that's doing, and we just let go of doing. It's not that we can't have those thoughts, but we're not engaging. It's like the engine is running, but the clutch is pushed in. The wheels are not turning at all. We're just doing nothing at all. In this place, there's no inside and outside, and there's nobody doing anything, and there's nothing to fix. Everything's completely, absolutely perfect just as it is. Everything is utterly complete just as it is. You are utterly perfect and complete just as you are. There's nothing to do. There's nothing to change. There's nothing to fix. You're just doing nothing at all. If you're suddenly noticing boredom arising, that's fine. You're bored. Don't try to fix it. If you're noticing confusion arising, that's okay. That's the confused Buddha. Just let it be that way. If you're noticing that you keep trying to do it right and you can't stop doing, that's okay. That's the just keep trying to do it right Buddha. As we sit doing nothing, we settle into our already existing, already complete, already perfect, and utterly pure Buddhahood that needs no cultivation, that needs no creation. It's already there. Let's sit and do nothing as Buddhas now. Okay, good. Now, coming back to a little bit of doing, let's let that fire in the heart stoke up again. Feel that fire in the heart, the fire of love and joy and kindness. And just in a soft, sweet, beautiful way, let that love in the heart radiate out to your home, into your neighborhood, into the city around you, into the whole environment around you, the nature, the river, the trees, the animals, the sky, the earth, and even then to the whole earth, and then even to the whole solar system and the whole galaxy, and in fact, all galaxies everywhere. Let that kindness and joy and love radiate in all directions in such a sweet, kind, open way. Effortlessly radiating, effortlessly healing, effortlessly joyous, effortlessly playful. And just notice how that radiates out in 3 dimensions. It's not flat, it's 3-dimensional. It's going behind, it's going above, it's going below, it's going in front, it's going in all directions. Radiating out, radiating out, radiating out. Good. And then we let go of the meditation. So let's let go of the meditation now. And allow yourself to move and stretch. And maybe have a drink, like a drink of water or a drink of tea. And just allow your body to feel good and comfortable. And just notice what it feels like to be you right now, having done that meditation. Just notice where you're at and look at the room around you. Just allow yourself to, again, feel what it's like to be you for a minute. It's very nice to meditate as fire, right? We can meditate as all the traditional 5 elements, right? But we don't do fire very much, as I said, but fire is wonderful. It's so soothing and warming and energizing, but it's also cleansing. Burns away everything we don't need, burns away and leaves no trace, not even ashes. There's just nothing left, right? But at the end there, of course, we did a do nothing meditation. And when we do nothing meditation, which is always hard to talk about because of the do nothing, we don't do it, but we're doing it, that kind of thing. But anyway, when we do a traditional do nothing meditation, it's really important to understand that we're taking seriously the idea that we are already fully awakened Buddhas. Like, you can hear people say that, I say it all the time. Oh, you're already a bodhisattva, you're already a Buddha. That's why you can have confidence. That's why you can have clarity. That's why you can trust your intuition about your meditation and so on. You hear that and you hear that. But then you're still like, yeah, but I'm still like lost in my crazy mind and in my difficult feelings and all that. And it's like, I want you to take this thing that I'm saying, and that a lot of teachers are saying, that you are already a fully awakened Buddha. There's nothing more that is needed than to just understand your already existing Buddhahood. I want you to take that seriously, and just sometimes, like we did, after a nice warm-up or a nice setup, just sit as a Buddha. What does that mean? It means don't do anything. The Buddha doesn't need to do anything on purpose. There's nothing to change. There's nothing to do. We're just being a Buddha. And it's funny because we might think that means, oh, there's no thoughts or there's only good feelings or whatever. But no, any kinds of thoughts can be coming up. Any kinds of feeling can be coming up. But the whole point is we're okay with that. The Buddha quality, that vast, spacious awareness that is so clear and wise and loving and joyous and vivacious and playful and open, that doesn't need to change anything. It's utterly fine. It's already fine just the way it is. And so that's how we do nothing meditation. We sit as a Buddha, not imagining some Buddha. We might start out imagining a Buddha, but then when we're doing the do nothing part, we're just letting it be. If all kinds of crazy thoughts are coming up, that's crazy thought Buddha. If all kinds of difficult emotions are coming up, that's difficult emotion Buddha. But we're not engaging. If we engage, like we start thinking those with engagement, now we're doing something. Or if the feelings come up and we start going, oh, why am I feeling that? Brr. Now we're engaged, right? So we're whenever we're doing the do nothing, we're utterly disengaged. We have pushed in the clutch. There is no power going to any of that stuff. The engine is just purring. Engine is just purring. With no power going to any of that stuff. Okay, so that's how we do nothing meditation. Abhavana in Sanskrit, or gomed in Tibetan, right? That you do nothing. Shikantaza in Japanese. Diana says, hi, Diana. Diana says, beautiful vibrancy, and I happen to have the fireplace going. Yes, right? It's very, I think you're in California now too. We're very thankful for the rain and the fire season ending, and it's okay to have a little fire in our lives. I didn't want to do a meditation like that during fire season, right? It just felt a little bit inappropriate. Kieran says, very cool. This felt like the same spacious, endless awareness to me as last week, but more vibrant and tingly versus the blank awareness I felt last week. It feels quite nice and warm. Awareness is always awareness. It's the same awareness every week. We're just kind of leaning into different qualities, and it can feel pretty different. But that Buddha awareness, that awake awareness, it's always the same. Because there's nothing to change, right? Shift 3699 says, I just wanted to say thank you for your advice from last week about seeing emotions as empty. I've been spending the majority of the last few days in an awakened state. It feels strange and exciting at the same time, still adjusting to it. Yeah, that's great. Everything's empty, right? So emotions, we can notice they're empty. Now, that doesn't mean they're not there, right? We can feel the emotion. We can get the information from the emotion. We can do something about it. We're not denying it. We're not suppressing it. We're not controlling the emotion. But we can also feel that it's empty. And so it doesn't have the same like grip on us. It doesn't have the same Velcro or, crazy glue. It's not cyanoacrylate anymore. It's, relaxed and open. So that's how Buddhas work with everything. Everything's empty. It's all there. It's all gorgeous and beautiful, and none of it grabs. So that's the difference. Eric, hi Eric, says, I love meditating with the fire. My whole body and heart are warm, right? It's a very pleasant element when we are surrounded by rain, especially. So if you have questions or reports, people are kind of reporting here. That's great. Heather's saying that she loved the Ganesh chant. Yeah, Ganesh chants are great. I'm going to have to splice these two meditations together. So instead of the usual just leaving it live as a live stream, I have to splice them together so it's one meditation so that the Ganesh chant gets in there. Jeff says, as I progress through your 100-day challenge, which is what are we? I think this is day 50 of the 100-day challenge. Thanks for reminding me about the 100-day challenge, Jeff. So those of you who started on the first day, it's already day 50. You're half through. Isn't that amazing? Keep going. Jeff says, as I progressed through your 100-day challenge, I felt more desire to practice a lot more and a strong desire to awaken. What type of micro hits do you recommend to keep the momentum going? Any micro hits from the meditations that we're doing. So you're doing a lot of meditations, you're learning lots of different techniques and stuff. And so anything that really worked for you, see if you can just bring that up during the day, right? That's the best. There's many, many, many different things we can do. Each person's different. If you want just a suggestion, just keep dropping into vast spacious awareness. No matter what's going on, instead of being all locked down, kind of focused and tight, always have that vast spaciousness there. Always have the boundlessness, the boundarylessness available. Just drop into that. Doesn't change anything else you're doing. You're still talking to people. You're still doing the dishes. You're still at work. You're still getting in a fight with your boss. You're still, yelling at people, whatever. But you can have that spaciousness there. Just keep that vast spaciousness available. So that's what I would recommend. Thanks for doing the 100-day challenge. And everyone who started on the first day, again, congratulations. You are at day 50. So that's amazing. Kieran Kashyap says, okay, question. Tips for investigating the emptiness of awareness itself. I've tried observing the codependency. I think you mean the codependent arising. I think you mean the dependent co-arising. Not the codependent arising, the dependent co-arising. I've tried observing the dependent co-arising of awareness and object, but I seem to strive too hard to see it when I do that. Noticing or recognizing the emptiness of awareness is easy. It's just when you start making awareness into a thing, like a block or something, just notice it's not. You can't find, awareness is the one experience you know you're having. Everything else is an inference. Awareness is the only thing you know for sure is happening. And at the same time, you can't find a source for it. Where is it coming from? You can't find it. If it's here right now, where is it? Can't find it. If it goes away, where did it go? You can't find it. That's the emptiness of awareness, right? So it's kind of easy because awareness is sort of ephemeral anyway. But if you notice you're making it into an idea, oh, my awareness, and it's starting to feel like a thing, just notice, where is it? Where does it come from? Where does it go to? When it's here, where is it? You can't find any of those things. So that's the emptiness of awareness. And it's important to remember that awareness is empty too, right? So thanks for bringing that up. Okay. There was something else in there. Give me a moment. Yeah. So just remember that it's always fine to just sit down and don't do anything. And that doesn't mean, sit down and just space out, because even that's doing something. If you just sit down and space out, you're engaging in fantasy, right? So that's a doing. If you just sit down but what happens is you're just worried, that's a doing because you're engaging, right? So when I say sit down and do a do nothing meditation, I mean sit down and do nothing. Sit down and do nothing. And you might notice, hey, sharp listeners among us might notice, Michael, how is that different from dropping the ball? How is it different from dropping the ball? He's saying, sit down and don't engage with anything. Don't do anything at all. Well, guess what, sharp listeners? Thank you for bringing that up. It's not any different except in one way. Sometimes when we're doing dropping the ball, there can be a sense that I'm doing my dropping the ball meditation. I'm the one dropping the ball. And how's the dropping the ball meditation going? Like we're checking in. We're kind of being the, like Fred Flintstone in his little control booth on top of a dinosaur. If you watch the Flintstones, Fred Flintstone's in his little control capsule on top of a dinosaur. And it's like we're in our control capsule on top of the meditation, dropping the ball. Okay, now I'm dropping the ball. Push the handle, drop the ball. And so even though we're doing dropping the ball correctly, whereas there's still a lot of doing. And what we're missing there, and this is a hint about how to go deeper into your meditation, into your dropping the ball meditation, what you're missing there is that being the doer is grabbing on. And I want you to drop the ball of being the doer. And being the one who is dropping the ball, that's a ball that you're grabbing onto. Drop that ball. Don't be the one dropping the ball. And there can be a sense of even that I'm here meditating, whatever that means. It's just like a frame around. I'm the meditator. It's like the control booth, I'm meditating. Just not even the doing, but just the idea that you're doing. That's a ball. Drop it. And so if we're dropping the ball all the way as far as you can do it, then we're properly into non-meditation, right? You're sitting and actually not doing anything except being a Buddha. Okay. So with that, we will end. Thus endeth the fucking lesson. With that, we will be done with me talking at you for tonight. And instead, we'll go into the, what's going on stuff, which is pretty much the same as last week. But I'll switch up the order in this week, say, hey, I'm always super happy for you guys to enjoy these meditations anywhere worldwide for free. As long as you've got a phone and you've got a YouTube connection, you can watch these videos for free. However, if you just, so that Bitcoin went way up yesterday, if you just made a couple extra $100,000 in Bitcoin, hey, feel free to drop some of that Dana on me. Feel free to drop some of that on my donation page to help make these videos, to help make more. I want to make some more non-live videos, teaching videos, to help put on more programs, and to help me give scholarships, all of that. So again, enjoy this for free as much as you want. And if you're just one of those few people who just made a pile of cash, or your heart is feeling like you want to contribute, then Pranab, who is volunteering his Friday night to do this, he just put the donation link there in the live chat window. So thank you, Pranab. And there's a bunch of free stuff, right? There are these videos. There is the Deconstructing Yourself podcast, which we had some technical issues with the last one I recorded, so I couldn't put it out on time. And so, but I finally got one done recently, and there were no technical issues, so it's going to be out. So even though there's been a pause in the Deconstructing Yourself videos, a new one of those, the Deconstructing Yourself podcast, a new one of those is coming out. And those are free. There's the Discord channel. I'm really loving the Discord channel. There's like 900 some people in there. We're talking about meditation. We're having a book club. We're having people pod up, right? They're getting together in little meditation pods on Zoom or whatever, and supporting each other in their meditation. We're in there talking about the 100-day challenge. Sanat is in there talking writing a lot about the 100-day challenge. So the Discord channel is a place where you can really have connection to an online Sangha, right? And you can ask me questions in there. I don't answer them super often, but I do get in there and answer them and try to answer the whole pile when I go in. So the Discord channel is great. And of course, there's the Deconstructing Yourself website, deconstructingyourself.com. The videos are on there, the podcasts are on there. There's a lot of articles. Most of them are old. I haven't been writing tons of articles recently, but they're evergreen content, right? The information about meditation is still the same, right? That hasn't gone away. And so there's really a lot of great, totally free content about meditation, about awakening, about liberation, the very same things we're talking about here on YouTube. If you haven't signed up for the 3-day retreat with me and Dr. Tucker Peck, Dr. Tucker Peck is a really great meditation teacher and good friend of mine who lives in the Bay Area here. And he and I together are teaching a weekend retreat, but when we say weekend, it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So really Thursday night, all day Friday, all day Saturday, half day Sunday. And you'll have one-on-one talks, with some kind of help, either me, Tucker, or a teacher's aide will get in there and talk to you about your practice. There'll be lots and lots and lots and lots of silent meditation that you do in the meditation Zoom room with the group. There will be guided meditations by me and Tucker. There'll be Dharma talks by me and Tucker. So check out that e-retreat. And if I understand I might be wrong about this, but if I understand because Tucker's the one setting it up, if I understand the money model correctly, it's free. It's a Dharma-based retreat. So you have to put in a little money to get in, but that's just to make sure you're not gonna flake. It's called flake tax. So as long as you get in, you actually get that money back. That's how I understand it. So come to that retreat. That'll be great. And then on Halloween, the day before Halloween, Saturday, October 30th, we're doing Death Sangha. Death Sangha is my favorite. It's a long, guided visualization about death, dying, blood, guts, horror, mutilation, hell, being eaten by demons, and so on, that kind of thing. So very, very traditional, but with a Michael Taft twist. Tantric style death meditation. And we make you do an Eventbrite to come to that because there's all kinds of warnings. Because if I just put that live on YouTube, people will freak out on. So we want you to make sure you got to register at Eventbrite. And so you have to read through the registration, which says, hey, make sure you're feeling ready for Death Saga. But Halloween Death Sangha is great. I want you to wear makeup like a corpse, makeup like a skull, makeup like something dead, or just a mask. But come to Halloween Death Sangha. It's always the best Death Sangha of the year. Why? Because Halloween is the death festival, right? That's what it is. It's a festival celebrating the dead. So Death Sangha, we do it on Saturday because Saturday's the Day of the Dead, traditionally. And Sunday night is not so good for staying up late. So come to the Halloween Death Sangha. The Eventbrite link is there. Okay. And of course, I have online courses and all that available. So there's just so much good content for you. And it's all just pouring forth, pouring forth, pouring forth. I can't wait to do more. I'm going to keep doing more, doing more, doing more. That's what's coming out of the absolute stillness space of non-doing these days. So thanks for showing up, because that's what drives the making stuff non-doing, right? Is just the fact that people are showing up and getting something out of it. So thank you for being part of this very intersubjective interaction that we're all a part of. So now let's do a silent meditation together. We're going to do about 5 minutes. And I'm not going to tell you what to do. There's no guidance. This is just all of us now sitting together. Okay? So let's sit together now, silently. again for sitting with me this evening and for hanging there with the technical difficulties. And I'll see you again next week. Bye, everybody. Have a great week.